It's a rare condition this day and age to read any good news on the newspaper page. And love and tradition of the grand design, some people say, is even harder to find. Well, then there must be some magic clue inside these gentle walls. 'Cause all I see is a tower of dreams, real love bursting out of every scene. It's the bigger love of the family.
Hello, and welcome to this year's second episode of The Pulse. We are here to bring you all the highlights of recent events and featured stories you need to know at Broken Arrow High School. I'm your host, Miranda Shaw.
And I'm your actual host, Tanner Cates.
On October 3rd and 4th, over 160 students from Broken Arrow High School took part in the second annual leadership retreat at Dry Gulch, USA. If you missed out, you're in luck because Noah Basinger recorded everything, like literally everything.
Big shout out to Noah for producing this next segment. You can also find a longer director's cut on BAHSPulse.com.
I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me run the same course. I'm slipping down a chain reaction, and here I go, here I go, here I go, go. And once again I'm yours in fractions. It takes me down, pulls me down, pulls me down low. Honey, it's raining tonight, but storms always have an eye, have an eye. Tell me you're covered tonight, or tell me lies, tell me lies. I want you to know that it's our time. You and me bleed the same light. I want you to know that I'm all yours. You and me
See that? See what we did there? See how we lied and then we do it. Woohoo! You're welcome, America.
Next up, we're going inside the classroom with Coach Hyde.
Coach Hyde teaches computer app building, and we visited this class recently to find out which student is going to design the next big app.
The way this class came about was I was talking to Tiffany Jones and Miss Renz about coming to the high school, and they said, well, what can you teach? And I said, well, I can teach how to design apps, how to do games, whatever they need. So Miss Renz was like, well, let's do it. So I came up to the high school, started developing apps. Kids seem to love the class because they get to design apps and see how easy it really is using the programs we have. We want to give these kids real-world experiences, and companies are out there looking for people who can design apps for their businesses, and they'll pay high salaries for guys that can do that. And it gives these kids an advantage now because they've designed apps in class. We tap into the power of MIT. MIT has a curriculum out there called App Inventor, and they log into the website, create an account, and then there's tutorials we go through that build on the skills. Each different app we do recalls skills they learned previously and builds on those skills. So we access the MIT school site and use their emulator to create the apps. If kids have Android phones, they can use those to run the apps even on their own phones to test them out.
Computers have always interested me, so being able to make an app was pretty cool, especially how big apps and iPhones and just smartphones in general have been growing over the past 10 years. So it's pretty cool to get involved with something like that.
I really just enjoy anything with computers, so game and app design is really kind of up my alley.
I love how we get to have fun, make apps. It's interesting. It's nothing I've ever done before.
It's cool because this class, you don't have to have any experience at all to be able to make an app. It's self-explanatory. You start off with some really easy apps, just something like building a maze or something like that, but there's instructions with it, and anybody can do it. It's not hard at all, and the more you're in this class, the more you progress, and the harder the apps get. I'm pretty sure we're making our own app. He's just letting us loose at the very end of the semester, and we're making our own app. So it shows how creative we can get.
So we can monitor students' computers using LAN School. I can look at each student as they're logged in, and if they're making a mistake or they have a question, I can actually get on their screen and control it and point out what needs to happen, or if they're going somewhere other than they're supposed to, I can do corrective action to make sure that we're getting quality education done in the classroom.
Next up, Sammy Wirt brings us a featured story on Broken Arrow's Taekwondo expert Dani Perez.
Okay, so I began training Taekwondo about 2012. It's about 3 or 4 years doing it. Yeah, it's been a long time. It's more than just a sport. I feel like it's a style of living. It's the way you become something else whenever you do it. So in Taekwondo, we learn a lot. There's 6 tenets of Taekwondo. It's like courtesy, integrity, perseverance, self-control, indomitable spirit, and victory. So in all that stuff, you get confidence, you learn to control yourself, you feel like you know how to handle yourself more, and it affects my everyday life because it changes me. Every time I go somewhere, I'm trying to be positive about stuff, and it's just really nice to feel good and be happy all the time. Okay, so in competitions we have 3 main events. That is the sparring, and it's like fighting. Then you get board breaking, that's like breaking wood, and the person that breaks more wood at the same time wins. And then there's your patterns and your tools, that's what they call them. I'm still a high brown belt. I am not a black belt yet. I'll probably be in December. And when I was green belt, yeah, that was my first time doing a competition. I was like really nervous because you're like not expecting people that just started to be there. And there's like all this high belts and trying to kick you and beat you up. And then they saw potential in me. Like my masters are really supportive about everything. So they're like, oh, you should join like the USA team and stuff. So we went to the tryouts in Texas. And I was one of the first non-black belts to get into the USA team. And it was kind of hard because, you know, you see all these black belts and they look at you like, they look you down like, what are you doing here, you know? And I proved them wrong by being national champion twice. And it's just a great feeling that you're just catching up with people that have done it way more time than you have. And it just shows how much I love it and I'm like so into it. I do recommend it. It's so competitive. If you're competitive, come do it. If you like more than just like a ball sport and you want to like be able to use your body and you like punching and stuff like that, you learn to control yourself more than anything. But you learn all this cool tactics of how to self-defense stuff, like how to defend yourself if you're in a bad position. And yeah, that's what people wonder a lot. It's like, oh, if I'm in a bad position, what do? I just run? No, like if you really have to confront it, it's good to know what you're doing. So I love it. Yep. My favorite part of Taekwondo are fighting. Yeah, I love the competitiveness of it. I don't get beaten very often. I actually have like a mark right here. For 2 days ago, we're doing jiu-jitsu, like ground fighting. And yeah, I got hit in the face. But, and the board breaking, because it's just such a great feeling, the adrenaline rush you have whenever you have to like break all this stuff and like 3 wood boards like at the same time. It's pretty awesome. I love it. It makes you feel like Hulk.
I wouldn't want to get in a fight with her.
Yeah, she'd totally kick your butt. Anyway, next up we take an inside look at show choir's preparations for this year's upcoming competitions.
So over the last week and a half, we learned our entire set, which is crazy because it usually takes us until January to learn it because it's 20 minutes long and we're singing and dancing the entire time.
I'm a freelance choreographer out of Lincoln, Nebraska, and with Broken Arrows High School here, their show choir, we are learning all 5 songs. There are 4 choreographed numbers in their ballad. I'm doing all of the choreography. They had all their music learned ahead of time, which was really awesome. And actually not a lot of the high schools I get to work with always have that done. I work with I would say about 30 different schools, and these are easily probably one of my favorite group of kids. They're my newest group, which is pretty fun. I met the director, Justin, at a competition last year, and he asked me to come and work with them, and it's been super fun. I get to work with the girls and the mixed group. So I've been here since last Tuesday, so it's about a week and a half I get to spend with them, alternating groups, and we teach about a song a day, and that's kind of the process we've got going.
This is my first year with him as a choreographer, and he's a really fast teacher, and I'm not so good at picking up dances really fast, so it's been kind of difficult, but I think it's going to be worth it in the end because we're going to nationals this year, and I think we're going to really compete well.
Well, the first day of choreography, it was a lot of work and all that, and after I went home, there was all these aches and pains, and it really hurt, but it was still fun to do anyways, and then afterwards, we started getting used to it, and so by the end of this 2 weeks, it wasn't hurting to do the choreography, and it was just so fun to see these songs we had worked on for like weeks come to life in the choreography. We had nights where we'd be up here 3 to 9, the other night we were here almost 3 to 10, and so that was definitely exhausting, and we were all getting a little tired, and we may have gotten a little snappy, but in the end, it pays off because we see the whole set come together. And it was just such a great thing to see when we had the whole set learned and we did it all at once, and it was kind of like, oh, this is what we're gonna do for the next few months. It's great.
I like working with Ben because he's real loud and he will tell you what to do and tell you if you're doing it wrong, which I really do appreciate that because I want to know right then and there if I'm doing it wrong so I can fix it.
Show choir is really great. We've been working really hard, and when you put your all into it, it makes a really great show. We've been working every day after school for late hours, and whenever we all come together, it's gonna be an awesome performance. So we have about 5 different numbers, and we do so many different dance breaks, and it's just different all throughout the show. It's just a big mashup of a bunch of great music.
Ben's his personality type's really choleric, and if you do something wrong, he's gonna be in your face about it, but he was really fun, and I've never had a better choreographer, so I've enjoyed Ben. He was great.
I have such a limited time with them that we have to get about a song done a night, which will take me from about 3 to 9 to do all of the choreography, get them in their spots, and get things videoed and make sure that they kind of know it before I leave. Because I won't get to see them again to work with them until about December, I think. So it's a fun process though, for sure.
Next up, we have a new segment for you called the Monthly Rewind, where we tell you everything that happened in the past month at BAHS.
Let's start off by taking you all the way back to the beginning of the year with Tiger Camp.
Oh yeah, I remember Tiger Camp.
Really?
Yeah, there was this kid there who would go to every session, but he just wouldn't leave.
Did you have a good time?
Oh yeah, I didn't really go.
Well, how did you know about it then?
Oh, I just overheard it was something that happened there.
Oh, that's pretty lame. How about Aloha Bash? That was a great time.
Yeah, you remember when Cameron Barton spiked the volleyball into the woods?
Yeah, that was definitely something that happened.
And there was mud. There was lots of mud.
Yeah, that pretty much sums it up.
Remember the Capel, Texas game?
Yeah, there were so many kids supporting our team. It was great to see.
Yeah, remember when Noah lost his pickle on the way back?
I didn't lose it. It was stolen.
So our amazing cheer squad won their 4th straight state championship.
Yeah, you know they're called the Quad Squad? You know how I know that?
How?
I tried out for cheer.
Really? I don't think you needed to have tried out for cheer to know that.
Yeah, I actually didn't really try out. I just follow a lot of the cheer girls on Twitter.
Oh, well, anyway, that's cool. So they're building a lot of cool new places around BA near campus.
Yeah, I know because I work at Sprouts with Tanner, and we always hear rumors about the cool new places in BA.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I've never seen you at Sprouts before, but yeah, there's a Starbucks coming up and some weird noodles place. And
all right. Dude, I worked there for like 3 months until I got fired.
Well, I definitely never saw you.
I had super long hair. You probably didn't recognize me.
No, I'm pretty sure I would recognize you no matter what your hair looks like. And what are you trying to say? Are you calling me stupid, kid?
Maybe I am. Maybe I ain't.
Well, maybe I'm going to kick you off my show.
Up next, we have a film from our documentary film class chosen by Mr. Spencer. The other videos will be available online.
I started doing soccer when I was about 5, and it was an only choice because my uncle taught me how to do it, and it's basically a tradition to our family. Making a goal is probably one of the best feelings, especially when you get that curve in it, you know, kind of like a perfect shot for you, and it's probably one of the best feelings. A team, it's like being with a family. Sometimes you don't get along, sometimes you do, but it depends. You just gotta win with them. My team, my new team, it's pretty close. We've gotten pretty close lately. They're pretty good, but sometimes we don't get along. Pushing through difficulties, I usually teach them some things myself. And sometimes they come to me and I just teach them and I just give them some advice how to get through those difficult things on the field. The experience I've had, a good one is I scored a half-field shot, which is pretty difficult. It happened last year. A bad one is probably when I got cleated on my shin and it hurt pretty bad. My shin guard slid and I had a dent in my shin. Soccer changed my life because, first of all, it keeps me in shape, keeps me strong, and He's just changed me into a nicer person. I didn't used to be like this. It changed me a lot.
Best teachers that I've ever known, and I know because I taught with Miss Fowler years ago, but she also is one of our longest serving teachers at Broken Arrow High School, and I know that she loves the school. I know that she loves our students and our staff, and we love her, and so congratulations to Mary Fowler, our Teacher of the Year. Oh my gosh! Do I have my Hey, buddy! Can I get another
And lastly, we have the second episode of Eddie Does Stuff. Let's check it out.
Oh, sorry. I didn't see you here. Welcome to Eddie Does Stuff. I'm here at the college fair, and I'm going to check things out. Yeah, so I was here just doing my intro, and you guys just swarmed me.
Yes.
What are you doing out here?
This is basically like college, except it's at a high school. So we do college things.
Like, run up to people?
Yes. Like act like fools, like little hooligans.
C O L L E College. Hello, I'm here with
Casey Owens of Connor State College.
Okay, so what can you tell us about Connor State College?
Connor State College has the third lowest tuition in the state. We're primarily an agriculture college.
Sum up the school in 5 words.
Affordable, fun, good baseball.
That's okay. So that's 4.
That's 4. The 5th is fun again.
Fun again. I'm here with
Barrett Ellsworth.
For
DePauw University. DePauw is a traditional liberal arts school in western Indiana. So, for example, if you were Eddie, I assume you'd be more of a natural sciences guy, maybe a physics major.
I don't know about that.
Well, if you were, you would also get the opportunity to take English writing, something within the English program.
So you guys are seniors, right? You know, you're checking them out, you're scoping out the places, seeing what's good, seeing what's bad. You know, you're choosing where your future's gonna be. Leaning towards anybody, you know?
Yes.
Okay, you sir?
Well, I'm kind of scared.
I am too.
Tasha Hillerman,
For?
the college fair here at Broken Arrow High School.
For what university?
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm with Northeastern Oklahoma A&M Junior College.
Okay, so what can you tell us about the university?
Well, we're a two-year college in Miami, Oklahoma, so we're about an hour and a half from here. You know, we have 6 different large majors that offer a bunch of different options under that. Business is great. Nursing is one of the
How's
best.
the party life?
Oh, you know, I'm a recruiter, and you know, we really can't talk about that.
No, you can't?
No, I'm a junior college, so none of our students are really 21, but you
So,
know, I'm
yeah,
not going to
just
say it
kind
doesn't
of
happen.
boring parties, really?
I'm not going to say it's boring, but I'm not going to say they're lively.
Yeah, they're
We'll let
boring.
the imagination flow.
Yeah. I'm here with.
Kimberly Curl from OSU.
So what is the campus like?
Oh my goodness, it's so friendly. Everybody's so nice, and we've got about 23,000.
What's the meal plan like? Is it good?
It's great.
How much free stuff is there?
Oh my goodness, a lot. If you're a good student,
How much free stuff is there if you're not a good student?
nothing.
Nothing. So if you don't get good grades, you will starve.
Justin Edsel.
For?
Tulsa Technology Center.
Okay, so what's the meal plan like?
Meal plan? Well, actually, at Tulsa Tech, we...
How much free stuff is there?
We have a ton of free stuff.
Okay. You still get the free stuff if you know, maybe aren't, you know, the total overachiever, you know, maybe your grades aren't the best. Do you still get the free things?
We take all kinds.
All kinds.
Underachievers, overachievers, middle achievers.
Anyone you can get.
We'll take them all.
Okay. What's the party scene like?
Zero party scene. You'd need
Zero.
to go to another
So
school. Zero party scene.
Just no fun.
Oh, it's all fun.
It's all fun.
It's
but
all
just
fun,
no
just
parties.
No parties.
There's no parties.
Yeah, no parties. All fun though.
And no dorms.
And no dorms.
And no dorms. Okay.
And exactly.
And free food.
Can't say that it's free, but we do have food.
So it's not free.
Not free.
Riley Lester.
For?
Ecclesia College.
So I'm a sophomore. What can sophomores do to prepare for college?
Go to class.
Go to class? Okay, that's good.
Yeah. Listen to your teachers, parents maybe.
Yeah, parents maybe.
Take a shower or two.
Take a shower or two, that's useful. How attractive are they, on average?
Well, look at the faculty. I mean, so the students kind of reflect the faculty.
So, I want to be a filmmaker when I grow up, which sounds like a stupid phrase to say, but that's kind of a hard profession to break into. You know, so many people try it. So many people want to be a filmmaker. Like, a lot of people want to be an athlete, but so few of them actually, you know, make it and make money doing what they love. What about this? What if I go into school, I make straight A's, you know, good grades, I get into a good college, I do everything right, but I still don't make it? What if, you know, how well you do in life and how smart you are, how, you know, enthusiastic you are doesn't matter? How successful you are and how happy you are is just random chance. You know, it relies on the chaos of the universe. So, do you understand what I'm trying to say?
No.
Thank you for watching. Be sure to check out the second episode of Tiger TV next week. See you next time.